Fill up.
I drink your milkshake.
You are listening to the Billionaire Podcast Network.
Moving my bones, no place to rest. Travel the north just to find my head. I'm still corn-fed. Corn-fed. Moving my bones, no place to rest. Travel the north just to find my head. I'm still corn-fed.
Okay,
That's
well,
right.
we good.
That's what the write-off is for, so you don't have to pay your taxes.
oh, okay, billionaire Tom Myers over here.
That's a billionaire idea.
Actually, I'm a billionaire the same way Donald Trump is one. So that's
What does that? What does that mean? Go into that. Is he not a billionaire?
Oh no, his whole
As in he's not.
I would have thought from all those gold, all them gold buildings, you'd have to have $1 billion to get that much gold.
Well, it's not actually gold. You know the wrapping that they put around chocolate, the gold wrapping they put around chocolate, like the Ferrero Rocher. That's what's on. That's one on all those buildings. They're discarded discarded Ferrero Rocher wrappers.
Wait,
And
Tom, don't
he's-
tell me the Ferrero Rocher wrapper is not
They're
actually
Ferrero
gold.
Rocher wrappers, man. I'm sorry, like that magic that is Trump Tower. Like I've seen it. I've actually snagged a piece of the building myself. I keep it in my desk drawer. It's a prized possession.
The Ferrero Rocher
A
facade.
Ferrero
from-
Rocher siding that is
Weren't
Trump Tower.
you
Soon to
on
be-
a season of that show too?
Soon to be a Spirit Halloween if his court case goes tits up. If he actually owes a bunch of money.
Right. Yeah, I haven't been following that. I know, Tom. I know you're in the. Let's go ahead and introduce the show. But this is welcome to Corn-Fed, everybody. Corn-Fed with me, the first billionaire podcaster, the Daniel Plainview of podcasting. Me, Dalton Pruitt. I'm joined by my co-hosts Kevin and Sal. How you doing?
What's
What
boys?
up, blood?
This is Corn-Fed only on the Billionaire Podcast Network. Ka-ching, bing, 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 bing. Did he fill her up? I got to do my own station tags if you don't know, Tom. Anyway, folks, we have a stellar guest this week. An incredible comedian. He's got some comedy records out. What was it? Words of Mass Destruction, Pitchforks, Torches.
Oh,
What's the name of it? Pitchforks, Torches, and
Pitchforks,
other random-
torches, and other random thoughts. See, I give weird names for my shit just because I want to make it so convoluted that no one else will think of copying them.
Right. It's very it's
It
smart.
works.
It worked. And then your latest record, what came out, 2018? Make
2018,
America innate again.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we'll get more on that in a minute, but also your podcast, Tom Myers. Everybody go subscribe to his podcast, Tom Myers versus the Rest of the World. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one and only Tom Myers.
Ding, 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 ding. Thank you so much. Because a lot of people, they usually
Fill her
started off with Tom Myers versus the world, then they correct themselves, or I have to correct them. So you are automatically my favorite host on a podcast on which I've guested so far this year, Dalton. So congratulations on that.
Thank you, Tom. I do my
And-
research.
And this is the first. This is actually the first podcast I've been on this year. So the bar wasn't very high, but you managed to set it. So
Really?
we're actually interns, and we a lot of research goes into these episodes.
Yeah.
oh boy.
Oh yeah. Well, Tom, it seemed like for a minute there you were on the up and up. Like I remember you were getting booked quite a bit in some clubs in New York and doing the podcast circuit. What happened?
I just started throwing myself into my own podcast. See, what I do is I spend probably a lot more prep time than I should on mine, and I'm the type of person who, whenever I want to focus on something, and if I want to do it well, I focus like 150% of my energy on something. So it's just like writing the podcast and like finding the necessary video clips to play. Because what the podcast I do is it's a combination of the Daily Show, like back when Jon Stewart hosted it, back when it was good, with mixed with a like a cable news panel discussion show.
Mm-hmm.
And I have on panelists, I have on comedians, I have political friends of mine from the days when I used to work on political campaigns and just discuss issues. We play video clips, comment on them. So it's not just like it's not just a bunch of people sitting around talking. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that in particular, but I like making it a little, I just like making it a little different.
Right. I mean, at its core, that's what radio and podcasting is a bunch of people sitting around talking. But I get what you mean. Yeah. You care about it, you put effort into it. So you're I've known you for a little while. I mean, we haven't like interacted too much because we were always star-crossed. I think you were always in the DC Baltimore area, and
Yeah.
I was always bouncing around other places, but the times I've interacted with you, I've enjoyed your company. I always thought you're like a really nice guy, and you're funny in a very buttoned down like Mort Saul kind of way. You have a Mort Saul vibe.
You remind me of the whichever one is the little one from Penn and Teller.
Yeah, you have a Teller vibe.
Yep.
You would be really entertaining if you didn't speak. I think is what Sal is saying.
I tell you what, if I could find a way to make money without speaking, you think you think I'd be doing this shit? But no, I wouldn't. I'd be like Chaplin, basically. Like that's where he got his notoriety and all the silent films, and then people accused him of being a communist, and then he had to flee to Switzerland.
Nice. I didn't know that about Chaplin.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched a movie that's made prior to 1998, so that's where cinema begins for me.
Mine is Armageddon. That's the oldest movie I watched.
That's the first movie.
It's that classic
Armageddon
movie.
onward.
It's that classic movie, The Big Lebowski. That's one of the greats.
That is one, Tom. That is one of the greats.
That's a good one,
Yeah.
Man, fuck Casablanca and Fear and
Yeah.
Loathing in Las
Honestly,
Vegas, man. That's
Yeah.
You said
Casablanca.
Big Lebowski as though you're being like facetious. That is legitimately a classic movie.
I love
I
that
know.
goddamn
People love
movie.
that movie.
Dalton. I'm being silly here. I'm just being a little goofy here. It's okay.
Okay. I just want you to understand
I
Big
make the
Lebowski.
jokes. I make the jokes and the ha-has. Like, you're terrifying me. I don't want to incur your wrath. Next time I'm at the stand, I don't want to make you talk shit about the Big Lebowski. And then
I'm not
Hulk
there.
smash on me. I don't need that shit right now. Okay, it's like I've got.
You'll be fine. You got nothing to worry about with me. I'm in parts unknown these days. I don't exist anymore.
Oh,
I'm a phantom on the internet.
Don't say
Tom,
that.
you better be careful
Oh, no.
doing that shit here in Texas, though. You come to Texas, it's over.
Yeah, Tom.
But Tom, what have you been up to? You've been working on the podcast. You buy any new suits lately?
No, I haven't. I think I've bought enough. Like, actually, I just recently gave away a bunch of. I recently donated a bunch of clothes, so I'm not interested in acquiring new threads. I'm not really in a situation where I wear a lot of.
Did you say
blazers and
situation?
stuff anymore.
Like a Chinese guy?
Situation. You haven't been wearing, because that was always one of my favorite things about you. You always wore a suit. I always like seeing the suit.
Oh,
You
I
don't see
appreciate
that.
it.
Oh,
You
that's
don't see that
classy.
anymore.
I don't really see that many people wearing them, and I've always felt like me wearing them. Like I've never felt like myself whenever I've gone up in just like a t-shirt or like just a shirt and pants. Like I always have, I think it's like a security blanket for me. That might
Can
be
you play
something psychological.
do you know how to play washboard?
Sal,
Uh,
let's not
No,
let's not
I'm
do
just
this.
I didn't know if maybe there was a correlation.
No, he doesn't know who that is. He
We
doesn't
we know a
who-
guy that also wears suits, but he plays a
Okay.
mean washboard.
He plays a
Oh.
washboard on stage.
Comedian
Uh,
washboard player.
the best instrument I know how to play is a triangle, and even
Nice.
then I suck at it. So that's
Really,
not
you seem like you would be like a blues guitar kind of guy. Like you would pick up an electric guitar in your 30s and be like, yeah, I'll try this.
I don't have the patience for that kind of stuff though. I don't. It's like I barely have the patience to sit down and write jokes. Like I find it it's stress inducing. I find it very tedious. It's not like even my podcast episodes, I try and put off writing them as much as possible just because I don't mind doing the work, but it's just I hate it.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't even know what that means to write a podcast. I've never prepared for a single podcast. So to write one is a very foreign concept to me. But
I mean, I just write the monologue. I write the introductory segments, like questions I have for my guests, that kind of thing. So, I guess what you do, like prep for a podcast. I mean, it's kind of the the same thing.
Yeah, but yours is probably like you probably get a higher quality, you know, product.
yeah,
like
we're
more
just off the
produced.
dome. We just talk about like Tom, what's your favorite flavor of Gatorade?
that's a popular
That's-
topic on here.
That's
Don't
most of
worry.
what this show is. It's just
We talk
Yeah.
Gatorade. We're the Gatorade podcast.
I'm old school, the original flavored,
what's the original flavor? Blue?
the
Yellow.
lemon lime.
Lemon lime? Okay.
Wait. There used to only be one flavor of Gatorade?
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Are
Mhm.
you shitting me?
Tom,
No.
Tom was born in like 37.
What year were you born, Tom?
I was born during the Great Depression. We used to make Gatorade by
Out of gators.
by tapping. Well, no, we couldn't afford the gators. We had to tap trees and then
I would not have
draw,
made
like,
it.
You know how you draw sap out of a tree? Like we would convert the sap, yada yada yada. Boom, it was Gatorade. So that's old school Gatorade.
Did you just
I would've
yada
made it.
yada yada Gatorade?
It's a long, boring process. I don't want to put your listeners to sleep. I'll have plenty of opportunities to do that.
Hey Tom, if you want to do that, you could do some of your stand up.
Yeah.
Oh, now who's being silly?
Yeah, you're talking to the roast master general here. The one who has not had relations with a child. Folks, anyway, let's get into it. Tom, what does make America innate again mean?
So this is one of those really long stories that could put people to sleep. So the original one of the original titles I was going to make was "There's no nice way to say this."
The
And
N word.
Yeah.
No, you're
That was
you're,
going to be the original title.
no, you're thinking of Nick Mullen. That he was that way. Nah, I'm sorry.
Oh.
That was a cheap shot.
Click,
cheap
click,
shot.
boom.
Ground ball.
Where's that
Fuck that
soundboard,
guy,
Kevin?
dude.
I had to take it. I'm sorry.
Racist motherfucker is what he is.
But then there was a local Baltimore comic named Joe Recca who had it was an album with a similar title, like "There's No Other Way to Say This," something like that. So, man, I like the guy, and he went ahead and I decided to go ahead and change it, and I had knocked some ideas around in my head for a couple of days, and this was during like the height of the Trump administration when he was really up to all the shit that he was up to. And I wanted to try and do something like similar to Make America Great Again. And I played with a whole bunch of words, and I came up with innate because I had wanted to say, like, okay, well, maybe one could make this country great by looking into one's own self as opposed to relying on external stimuli. Like if that makes any sense. Like instead of relying on other people, like say a political figurehead to try and improve things for yourself, why not look within yourself to do it on your own? So that was the impetus that
Tom,
made
can
me
I
come,
tell you
that
something?
made me come up with that title.
Hold on.
And I was on a deadline for a title for the show that the CD recording was taking place. So I figured, fuck it, I might as well just use this.
Okay.
Sal would have
That's
called it
nice.
"Make America a Plate Again."
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Make America a plate.
Make
again.
America a plate again.
Plate
A plate of food, a plate of Olive Garden.
now available for sale at all your Golden Corrals. Oh, like where Sal is on his background.
But is it?
Yeah, no, I'm actually at Sizzlers.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
speaking of 1998.
Hell yeah, buddy.
I guess that checks out because I was gonna say that based on your description, it would be more apt to say, like make America introspective again, but that doesn't fit the wordplay of make America great again, which I
Doesn't
assume
rhyme.
it doesn't fit the structure. But if I looked up the word innate, and it does say philosophically it means originating in the mind. So everything you said checks out, Tom. That checks out.
Can I clip this and share it all over social media and I'm gonna pin it to my Instagram.
Yeah.
Did somebody give you a hard time about that?
Just a few people, but I usually end up like blocking them. I don't respond to most stuff. Like what I do is
Oh, I got it.
I either say nothing or I just say this is a booking question and I refer them to my agent. So not you, Dalton, not you. You've made the tier where I don't send you to my agent for bookings.
Okay, thank you, Tom. I'm glad we have that kind of relationship.
You act like you're in some kind of nether world right now, like you don't exist and you don't matter. I'm trying
He's
to
in
tell
the
you,
nether, like Minecraft.
but to me, Dalton, you matter.
Tom doesn't know what Minecraft is.
He knows.
I know what Minecraft is.
He knows.
I have two nieces and a nephew under the age of 18, so I know what Minecraft
The
is.
last game that Tom played was Tiddlywinks.
He played Dig Dug, probably, right?
He was playing jacks outside the soda fountain.
Listen, Tom, I don't know what you or your agent know about marketing, but if you name your next album Bong Hit Transplant, it will sell 1 million copies at the very least.
You ain't gotta drag that up. That's his old material.
I only need to I only need to sell 100,000.
It's not dragging
I'm
up.
being modest.
That's just
being
that's
modest.
just the genius idea.
It is.
But here's the thing though, like that is like part of a time where that joke was written during my drinking days, and I think I went ahead and already put that on another. I may have put it on pitchforks, torches, and whatnot. I don't quite know. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. And like that joke doesn't really fit in with a lot of the stuff that I do now. So it's like what a lot of people don't understand about comedians is that like they're not like musicians. Like you go to like if the Rolling Stones are getting ready to tour again, like you're gonna hear them do Satisfaction. You're gonna hear them do Get Off of My Cloud. You're gonna hear them do you're gonna hear them do Start Me Up. You're gonna hear them do all their classic hits. But with comedians, like they always have to be writing. They always have to be coming up with new stuff. And I do that, and as a result,
I don't know,
like,
Tom.
why don't you
seen...
do the bit that you do in used to do in 2005? Like, well, because it's getting ready to go on 2024 now. It doesn't. Plus, like, I'm not I'm not in my early 20s anymore. I don't know if you could tell. I just turned 40 in January. So I want to move on. Like I'm starting to get to talk about what middle-aged people are talking about now, which it scares the hell out of me to think that, but that is what I want to
No.
do.
You trying to
40
get on the cruise ship, huh?
No, I don't want to do well for cruise ships. You have to for cruise ships, you have to be squeaky clean. Like you have to have a G-rated show for kids.
Really?
And I couldn't. Oh yeah.
You don't
Like
have a little bit of clean time?
I need to have like 30 minutes of clean time. Like
Oh, I see.
I don't have the patience to do that. Plus, I'm not sure I want to spend like a week or 2 weeks or a month on something that's basically a Golden Corral buffet floating on top of a septic tank in
That's
the
funny.
middle of the sea.
Yeah, you just
Like
described
in the
my
middle of the
dream,
Atlantic Ocean.
my
I don't
dream
wanna-
job, dude.
Yeah.
I would love to do it, especially if it has a casino on board. I wouldn't leave.
Yeah.
I wouldn't leave. That'd be my
If it had a
residency.
casino. If it had a
Y'all-
casino,
y'all-
like casinos are my weakness. So
Most of them do have a casino, Tom. You
Oh.
gotta put in your application.
Y'all don't understand what Dalton does at casinos.
What does he
does
do?
he
I
do?
win big and then lose it all.
Nice. Let's
Dude,
go.
he'll win a
I'll pick you up.
grand as soon as he gets in there. He wins a grand. And he's like, "All right, let's go play for real this time." And then he just loses.
Yeah, and then I'm just,
Honestly,
See-
it's not a bad strat. You know what I mean?
See, maybe I'm a little bitch because like if I
No.
have like 3 good hands in a row at blackjack, I'll go ahead and just cash out immediately. And then someone at the table will be like, well, "What's going on, man? You were on a roll." Like, yeah, and I want to stay on that roll. Like I've got bills. I've got payments
That's what
on
Dana White does.
I got
He'll
payments
go in
on-
and
Kind of what the Orioles do.
he'll win a big hand and walk out with 20 G's, and they're like, "Fuck."
I got payments on a new truck, well, a newish truck with leather seats. I have an elderly cat. He's got vet bills like other.
Aw.
This money's got to go to stuff.
yeah. Hey, that's
So-
understandable. I get that. You don't want to blow all your finances at the casino like I did.
Yeah, you don't want to blow all your finances on the Willie Nelson machine.
Oh man, I'm a sucker for licensed slot machines. You
What's
show
your favorite? What's your favorite machine?
my favorite slot machine.
The
Yeah.
older, the better for me.
Yeah, but honestly, like I like the licensed ones because they're so big and bright and flashy, and it's like, oh my god, Star Wars. But those, like
I've never played those.
those reek of like this one's extra rigged. It feels like yeah.
Oh.
Whereas
I like
if
an old, super old poker machine.
or
Like the one where it has the 3 lines, you have to match them up exactly with the lines. Like,
Yeah.
oh, but the cherry is one, like the
Yeah,
3 cherries, but it's 1 up and you don't get paid. Those are bullshit. I
Yeah.
don't like those. Like
Yeah,
I like more pay lines. That's
What about
my
video poker? Like old school video poker.
I could never get into video poker. Like I do, like my things are blackjack and Texas Hold'em. I love those games, like where you
Oh,
have to
card
sit at the
games.
table and play and card games.
But like actually with a dealer.
Yeah. But I also do slots. They have at my local casino, they have a game called Reals O Dublin.
Mhm.
No, they got a mirror.
Yeah, okay. And then there's one where like it's a game involving beer. Like if all of a sudden you hit something, it triggers a bonus, and then
Yeah, there's like a lady with big tits.
that's the one I go to.
It's like the
She's a woman with big tits. I give her all my money, and I end up not disappointing her. So, but it's triggered where like she goes ahead and pours beer, but the beer gets poured into all these reels, and they end up the beer ends up being a wild thing. So, like if you start off with the first reel with all wild, and then like a second something that's just whatever, and third wild, if you get enough of them, you can make a pretty decent sum of money. Like you
to
may
living
not,
over there.
yeah, you may not win like a lot of money. You may not be a millionaire, but I mean, you can walk out with more than what you walk in with. And that's
Very
not
nice.
that's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the goal of the casino, is to have more money going out than you went in with.
Yeah.
That's my strategy. Well, my
Now,
strategy.
do you do players cards? Like, do you sign up for players clubs?
No,
I
I go
never
I
have.
to.
do. I
I go
do because
to.
I have a stack of players cards. They are I have about like 20 of them because I used to travel a lot and perform in casinos, so I would have nothing to do before, whenever I get there. So I would get a players card, take advantage of free slot play, and if I win a few extra bucks, I can do that. In my stack, I still have one from the Taj Mahal in Atlantic City, like before it went down. So it's a big gold card that says Trump on it. This was before he went all nuts and like went on the whole Obama birth certificate route and the whole running for president and then being president
Mhm.
phase he was in. So it's a neat little memento to
That
have.
phase ain't over, baby. That
The
phase.
casino's
Yeah.
gone. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to 2024 being the last full
The
year
last Trump presidency.
before we're all rounded up and put into internment camps
Mhm.
by the inevitable thought police. Because he does say he's going to be a dictator. Only on day one he said that, but he hasn't told the truth about stuff about a few things. So I don't believe he'll keep it at day one.
Right. You don't. So you don't like Trump.
No, I was never a fan of his, even when a lot of people thought he was a Democrat. Like back when he was hosting the Apprentice. See, to me, like
I have
political
smooth
parties
marijuana
never really.
back then.
To me, political parties never defined someone for me. It was always their personality. Like I have, good friends who are Republicans. I despise some people who were liberals and who were Democrats. And so yeah, like I said, it's all just personality for me. Like there have been times where I have voted for Republican because I just did not like the Democrat running. Or if I didn't like either one, I would write in somebody.
Damn. Sounds like you're a free thinker, a maverick.
Yeah, Tom, you got a lot going on up there.
Maverick, the gambler.
I've been getting into I might be like I've been getting into feudalism. I might be a
Oh,
feudalist.
remember that? Are we still doing that, boys?
Yeah, I'm pretty on board with feudalism.
Tom,
Just
if you're
like
down, join us.
I didn't get
yeah,
the memo.
yeah. It's like you have a lord of the vassal, and you just kind of work in service of the lord of your vassal, and so all your like labor and production gets like a percentage of it gets sent up to the lord of like whatever fiefdom that you live in, and so you only work like 150 to 175 days out of the year in that arrangement, and then like
Can I have
all
off on Christmas?
yeah, you get Christmas off for sure.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, and so it's like you don't own any property, like you don't own anything, but it's a pretty carefree life. You work the fields as a peasant class, and then all of your like labor and production goes up to the lord of the fiefdom. Um,
Oh,
I'd swear if you'll get you
it
right now.
sounds a lot like it sounds a lot like what Ronald Reagan did when he first became president, except he took away the carefree life and just gave people a bunch of ulcers.
yeah,
yeah,
Is
I agree.
basically
Fuck Ronald
what you're
Reagan. He hates
describing.
history.
yeah, we kind of already exist in like a techno feudalist society already,
Mm-hmm.
but
I personally am already in a feudal uh relationship. I have a lord, I have a vassal. You know him as my cat. Like every single bit of labor that I do goes to him, basically.
Oh,
Tom,
tell us
you're
about
too
your
you're
cat,
too
Tom.
young to be a cat lady. What are you doing?
Tom, tell us about your cat.
That's not the kind of pussy you need to be getting at this age.
I'm realistic. I'm realistic though. I'm 40. Your options become limited. When you get to my age, your options become like leftovers in the fridge. Like
Nah,
the
nah.
sexual
Fucking
equivalent of
cat.
leftovers.
DiCaprio's
No.
50. DiCaprio's in his 50s, brother.
Yeah, but he's DiCaprio.
And you're
And I'm not.
Myers. You're
I'm not.
Myers.
I don't know if you know this. but I'm not.
Tommy
I'm nowhere
Myers.
near. I'm nowhere near like Leonardo DiCaprio. Don't know.
You
this
both
man.
have receding hairlines?
His looks better than mine, though. I mean, let's be fair.
Yeah, but I mean,
What's your agent like?
My what?
Your agent, what's he like? Tell us about him.
She.
Oh, okay.
Her name's Lisa, and she is great at sorting through all the bullshit that I don't want to sort through. Like,
Nice.
she is like I hate the idea of promoting and working out arrangements like payment and like any kind of travel arrangements, any kind of accommodations. Like I'm a content guy. That's what I want to focus on. So that's that's why I have my agent, and she handles a lot of the bullshit. She's able to weed it out, and the good things that do come through. She says, "Hey, what about this and that?" And I go over. I give her the list of questions I have, and then she deals with she deals with whoever wants to hire me for something, and then it either works or it doesn't. So.
Mm.
But like I
Okay.
said, you wouldn't know, Dalton, because you have the inside
Jesus.
inside track.
No, I
All right.
don't.
Like you don't need no. You don't need to go through the agent to get me on this show, man.
Oh, with you, yes,
got-
yes, with you, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we're boys. We've been boys ever since that. When I met you at some bar in like DC or something, you were eating
Yeah.
chicken wings in a suit. You were,
Hell
you were
yeah.
like a full suit eating chicken wings.
I thought I was the
Same
only
shit
one that
I'd
did
be
that.
doing in a suit.
Hey, they were tenders, okay?
Oh, they were tendies.
I'm a little
Fuck yeah.
I'm more modest. Yeah, I was eating well within my financial means. All right.
Okay.
They weren't wings, they were tenders.
Yeah, they were tendies.
If my
Come
ex
on.
knows I have wing money,
I
you know what
can't.
she'll do to me?
I can only afford processed meat.
See, that's like see Leonardo DiCaprio, he would eat wings.
Mhm.
All right. And I'm not. So it's just I'm
Yeah.
I'm nowhere near Leonardo DiCaprio level.
You got any kids, Tom?
No.
Any little bastards running around?
Nope. It's
No.
I'm the only little bastard I know is me. So that's what no, I don't have any
That's the name of your next album, Little Bastard.
Little bastards.
if I ever get into rap, that might be my name, Little Bastard.
Little Bastard?
Yeah,
That'd be fun.
Oh,
You wanna hit us with some bars? You wanna do some bars?
grindcore.
yeah, do you rap?
Fuck no.
Tom thinks rap is hello my baby, hello my honey, hello my ragtime gal.
I don't think it's Ray Charles, but like
No, that's Michigan J. Frog. Or I think that's who sings that.
You think?
Yeah.
Or
Michigan
do you
J.
know for certain?
is he
Well, I
related
know.
is he related to Senor Frog?
I
The
don't
clothier?
No, Michigan J. Frog is the Warner Brothers frog. The frog that will only perform shuck and jive for the guy who finds him. And then the guy tries to like show the frog to other people to make money, and he just goes ribbit. And then when he's alone with the guy, he's like, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal." You know, and then he was the
See, the premise of that wouldn't work because the guy would automatically have his phone out and just secretly record the frog.
That's you know what,
Say,
Tom?
see this, you fuckers.
That's a good point. You couldn't do Michigan J. Frog today because everybody's got their phones out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We'll do it.
It worked back in the 30s or 40s whenever they first came whenever Warner Brothers first debuted the character because nobody nobody was even thinking of a cell phone. They they were just thinking of how to be more racist.
Yeah.
Tom, we're gonna start a restaurant drive-through called Shuck and Drive. And if you want to get on board, now's the time.
Yeah, it's an oyster drive through oyster bar.
Oh.
Yep. Drive through
being
oysters.
from Maryland, the oyster things got me like, oh, can there be crab cakes?
Of
Of
course.
course.
Of course.
All right.
Don't be
I don't know
ridiculous.
if you're fucking with me, but if there's oysters and crab cakes, like you got
Yeah, there'll
me.
be oyster crab cakes. There'll be
Yeah.
I mean the Old Bay just in the air.
Oh,
We'll
Old Bay
send you
everywhere.
a link to the partners meeting.
yes,
Look at all the.
yes. I
Yeah.
need a good financial scheme.
This
It's
is
not a
it, my
scheme,
friend.
it's a sound business, dude. It's not
Yeah.
even we're not
I need a good I need something other than this fucking 401k of mine that's only grows somewhat
401k is a scam.
that
Now,
that I can't access until I'm 65 or something. That's
almost
if I
there.
may if we all make it. If we all
No.
make it to 65.
401k is a
If-
scam. The
If
only
the
true
country
path,
isn't if the whole country isn't underwater by then. You know.
the only true path to financial freedom is podcasting. I would not trust a 401k. It's podcasting, it's YouTube, it's Patreon.
If that's the true financial path, I should be just raking it in right now.
I don't
I should
even
be I should be sitting by a pool right now instead of dressing like
Man,
John Fetterman or something.
I don't
Dom,
even know what
you're
a
not shitting me though when you talk about the feudalism. What did you call it?
what the fiefdom?
No, we're living in a
Trickle
Yeah,
down.
like a
techno feudalism.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude.
Oh yeah.
Well,
'Cause
that
you do,
one
you-
that Greek. There's a really prominent like Greek economist who's talked about this, and I forget his name. But he's like gone into like pretty intricate detail about like what we're actually living in.
You're the Lord of podcasts.
I'm the Lord of I'm the Lord of podcasting.
Lord Dalton
Lord of podcasts.
Yeah.
of insert locale here.
Wow.
The Duke of
His
wherever
name
the-
is Giannis Varoufakis. If anybody wants to look him up,
Not
he
Milos
he wrote a
Kanopoulos.
book. He wrote a book about it called Techno Feudalism: What Killed Capitalism. So
This guy looks like I'm looking at him right now. This guy looks like Michael Richards, like Kramer from Seinfeld. It looks like
He does.
it looks like he shaved his head and reinvented himself. Like he can never be seen
Okay,
in public
what's the
again
name?
after that laugh.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that would be the move for Michael Richards is to become a skinhead after that incident. That would be the smart money is on. Yeah, I should become a skinhead now.
And people tell me like, Tom, you should just shave off your hair. I'm like, no, I'm a pasty white guy.
Yo, you
Like,
would look
I
just
get
like
the
Bruce
wrong-
Willis.
I'd get recruited for the wrong groups. I'm
No,
like,
you'd
hey, you
have
want to
like
go to the Capitol in 2025 when they steal the election again? Like, no, like I'm not down with that. Stop.
That'd be a good heel turn, though.
no, you would have like a
I want to
Statham,
grow my hair back.
like a Jason Statham thing. You know, oi, governor, let's make bong hit transplant.
Dude, Tom, like a t-shirt or something. I'm telling you, you will get revenue.
I don't.
A steady stream, dude.
Here's the thing.
Put it on a
I'm
mug.
not. I hate like
Hey,
having.
running from this.
I hate having shit clutter up my living space.
Try to have money clutter up your wallet if you
Take
do
it from me, t-shirts can be a bad investment.
But here's the thing. I've always prided myself on the fact that I've never really slapped my name on everything that isn't nailed down. Like I work with a comic who one time he slapped his name on not only t-shirts, but like beer koozies
Mhm.
and that kind of thing.
And you're sober.
And I don't, I am, but like they could put like cans of soda and beer koozies or whatever. But it's just, I've always prided
Energy
myself on the
drinks.
fact that I put out content. Like I put out content, either the podcast episodes or the albums, or I put some videos up on YouTube. And then like that's why I think people seem to like me, because I don't try and look for a way to just scam money off of people just buying like materialistic things. Because
Not a scam though. I
I've
would wear
seen
that
it.
with pride.
That's what they
I've
love
seen
about
it.
you.
I've seen it where
I tried it.
people who people who go in and they'll buy t-shirts after shows, they've probably already had like 5 or 6 beers, and they'll wake up, they'll sober up the next day, and if they see like my face on a bong hit transplant t-shirt, like, why the fuck did I buy this shit? I wouldn't feel comfortable.
Oh,
I wouldn't feel comfortable taking that guy's money. But then, as let's say I do go ahead and I start selling like t-shirts, beer koozies and stuff, I'll immediately get a bunch of people saying, "Fucking sell out! Look what he's doing. He's been putting my name on everything." Like, so it's like
you gotta start kicking people's asses.
I'm a fan. I've become accustomed to not making everybody happy. So I would rather not make anybody happy than throw and possibly throw money away on t-shirts.
Yeah,
Especially when most of the stuff I do is I'm on the podcast anyway.
the
Like
comedian's credo, not make anybody happy.
Mm.
That's what every comedian aspires to. Is, I don't want to help nobody.
It's the like the doctor's vow
The Hippocratic
to
oath.
like help
Hippocratic
no one,
oath.
help no one and do nothing.
The that's-
Do only harm.
how can we
To do
we
only
fit that
harm.
the Carlinaic oath? Just make sure that everybody leaves more miserable than when they left, something like that. Or,
Something like
Yeah.
that, yeah.
I don't know.
He's fucking dead now. You know, good
so
riddance.
so's Hippocrates. So
It's like Olive Garden, like come
Hippocrates
happy,
nuts.
leave hungry.
oh,
Hippocrates nuts.
Hippocrates nuts.
did we just go back to 2015 all of a sudden? Like,
Won't you fucking transplant these nuts?
Yeah.
got him.
Got him. Got him.
Tom, you play video games?
Oh, only the dorky ones. Like
Like
I
what, Baldur's
play-
Gate?
no, worse. I'll play chess and just card games. Like I'll do I'm
You
You
play
still
video
play
games?
solitaire on the
Yes.
big fucking nerd. Like I do solitaire. Yes, Kevin. I my big thing is I play solitaire. And
Tom would have crushed if he actually had been born in like the 20s.
Mhm.
Like I play chess and I wear suits and
If Tom had been born in 2000, dude, he'd be crushing right now.
oh yeah. Yeah,
Honestly.
if Tom was like a neurodivergent Zoomer on TikTok talking about like his favorite chess strategies, oh my
Not
god!
to say you aren't crushing, Tom.
I listen, I'm realistic about my station in life. I'm realistic about where I am right now. So
You're working.
Hey,
Have you
know,
considered you
can I-
could start like a chess TikTok just devoted to like your chess game. You know, like go
I'd have to be good at it.
Oh, you're
though.
bad at chess.
And
Can I? Do you do something for the Orioles or something, right? I saw on your like socials you do something with the baseball team, the Orioles.
no, well, I
No, he's
root-
an ornithologist.
I I root
Really?
for-
He
I,
does-
I root for them even through the split second that we were in the playoffs. Kevin, I see your fucking hat. God damn it. But no, I do public address announcing for a youth baseball organization up here in Maryland. From mid-March to mid-November, I spend my weekends being the public address announcer for youth baseball tournaments. So as I'm happy I'm doing what I want to be doing. Like I make money watching baseball and talking into a microphone.
There's no way
And
you're
I don't
not
even-
gonna
Yeah,
play.
dude.
I don't even have
That's
to
my
do-
whole dream, man.
That's
I don't-
sexy.
Move to Aberdeen. I'll actually there's hit me up. There's probably a few places. Where do you live now, Kevin? Just in Texas?
In Texas, yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna talk them into opening up a complex in
Yeah.
Oh, where in Texas? That's a big fucking state.
I try to remain anonymous on this thing.
Yeah, parts unknown. We're all
Okay,
parts
unknown.
I will
unknown.
have them open up a complex in parts unknown Texas,
Yeah.
and then have yeah. But no, I mean it's fun. I enjoy it. I don't even have to do the play by play. Like I do what Bob Shepard used to do at Yankee Stadium. Like you just say, shortstop, number 2, Derek Jeter. Like that's what
That's
I would
pretty
do. I
good
just announce
impression.
yeah.
Nice. Tom, earlier, and we don't, stop me if you don't want to do this, if you don't want to talk about this. But earlier, you said Mullins' name with a little.
I
bit
don't
of
want to talk
stank.
about this. No, we'll be good. Go ahead.
You said his name with a little bit of stank on it. What's going on there, Tom?
Um, obviously,
Other than he's a fucking racist piece of shit.
Other than he's a racist retard.
oh, come on now. No, I mean he and I just never gotten along, and his crowd and my crowd are two completely different people, and I have no need to want to ingratiate myself to his audience.
Yeah, I feel like you kind of got ingratiated against your will, almost. It seemed like it, as that was happening, and then
I mean, it hasn't been all bad though. Like a lot of people have heard of me through just people shitting on me, and then for the most part, when they do check me out, they find for some strange reason that they actually like me.
Exactly.
well,
me
you're. I mean,
and buy my shit and
And
put
then
money
want
in
to
my-
buy a fucking shirt.
Yeah, that's why they.
Tom, you're anti-money.
I tell you what, like if I could do something off site, like if I could just have shirts off site, like if I don't have
drop shipping, baby.
I
Drop
don't-
shipping.
if I don't have to deal with the
I will
headache
put them
of-
in my house.
oh, we can discuss that. I'm not
I'll make
fucking-
'em.
we can legit discuss that. I want it that they have to have my approval though.
Fuck
But
No,
yeah.
you
I
go
want
through a drop shipping company and they print the shirts on demand. So you don't. There's nothing on site. Like it would just be through like some company,
oh,
and then like whatever you come up with the design, and then they print the shirts as needed, and then they
Oh.
just take a cut of the money.
right. Like I'd have no problem doing that. Like I'd rather just pay someone to do a bunch of shit for me as opposed to me trying to, like I said, I'm just the content guy. I figure if I were to get involved in a whole bunch of stuff like that, then that would take away from like the writing and like, everything that I'm supposed to be doing,
Right.
like trying to get better and trying
Yeah,
to
but
act-
writing. But here's the thing.
and trying to be funny, which I have enough problems getting distracted.
But I mean, everybody
superficial.
knows this that
Listen.
writing and performing comedy is only about 10% of actually doing comedy, with like a good 50 to 60% of comedy being shirts. And
Well, I think that's where I believe you're wrong. I think it's like
The rest is podcasting.
the writing, performing, the t-shirts, the podcasting is I think 1%, and the other 99% is luck,
Times are changing.
basically.
yeah, but I mean, with the internet and everything, social media and all that, like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could-
Then again, this was said by Chevy Chase in like 1977, I think.
Oh, he don't know.
yeah. That's the the most recent thing you've watched. Was the Chevy Chase interview from the 70s.
And Christmas Vacation.
But I mean, here's what you have on your side, Tom, and here's why I like you, because I knew of you prior to meeting you because of Mullen for sure. I was like
Right.
someone who just knew of this like weird open micer beef that was happening between a podcast that was on the up and up, and then that you were still like. And you still are, like, you're in the Maryland area, and I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, why?
What was the beef?
Well, when that show, when Cumtown was like popping off, they were going on and on about Tom, and as though he was somebody that people would know what the fuck they were talking about. And I was like, who the fuck is this? And And then when I met you, I saw the magic of Tom Myers, because what you have in your favor, why I like you is you're an endearing guy because you're
I
very
don't have a, I
you're
don't know what I.
you're a very sincere guy. You have your
Yeah.
whole, like, your whole essence, like everything about you comes from a place of sincerity.
Like I'm
Like,
rooting for you.
yeah, like I'm
Oh,
like when I talk to you and interact with you, I'm like, I like Tom. I'm rooting for Tom. Like you're not lost in irony poisoning. You're not trying too hard. You're just an American man chasing his dreams.
You're like one of the
And
last, yeah, one of the last of its kind.
yeah, that was why I never could understand like what the beef was, like what was going on there, because like I met you and like was have had conversations with you and
Like
seen you perform, and I was like, he just seems like a nice guy who's like trying to do comedy.
Tom, no bullshit. You
Oh,
could do like the late night spot. Like that could be you. Like fuck Jimmy Kimmel.
I like Kimmel.
But I'm
Now,
just saying, like
if
you
you
have
want to
a
say
very
fuck
old
Jimmy
school.
Fallon, like okay, then you and I could get on board with that.
yeah,
You know
you
what I
could
mean?
you
You have a very commercial appearance.
yeah, you could be the next like Tom Snyder or something.
Carson Daly.
Yeah, yeah, you and Carson
Wrong
Daly,
Carson, but all right. Well,
another couple of beautiful receding hairlines.
oh, but well, it's funny that you mentioned that because that was how that was how I managed to survive high school, basically, especially high school gym class, was because I would um, just start telling jokes to all these upperclassmen in the locker room, and they weren't like the stuff I do now. They were just like street jokes, like joke book jokes, because that's yeah. When you're 14, 15, you're doing everything you can to not get nearly killed by upperclassmen. You rehearse, you memorize that stuff, and you belt them out. And the upperclassmen,
This was
the
in the
second they
50s.
started, the
The roaring
uh,
50s.
Was
the
it
late,
In
the
Mayberry?
late, the late
My
60s.
pal
This is
Archie.
yeah, Otis was Otis the drunk. I knew him back when. He
Is
was
it a
a real
popular name?
asshole. But no, it was so I was like the only freshman that got a chance to hang out with the upperclassmen as a result, just because, like you said, Dalton, I just found a way to endear myself to them, and I was able to goof off with them, and because since they reigned supreme, uh, I didn't really have any issues with that. I often tell people like, what's the roughest room you ever worked, Tom? I tell them the men's locker room at Falston High School in Falston, Maryland. That's the toughest room I ever worked.
Mhm.
It's,
That was the
it's
hardest group of guys you ever worked.
yeah, that was that show Kill or Be Killed with me. That was literal.
Hey, I just got an idea. You said you said Supreme. They reign supreme. How about a shirt? It's the Supreme logo, but it says Myers.
That's some good merch, bro.
That's good. It's a good idea.
I tell you what, I believe it because my nephew was heavily into Supreme stuff. Like he would beg to go to the Supreme store like on a day when they were open, I think, and they
You
would
always
only
want
take
Supreme
like
Pizza.
certain customers and whatnot. But no, that might if I can, like I said, we'll talk that. Let's talk drop shipping and
Let's talk Supreme
percentages
Pizzas.
and
Let's talk Supreme pizzas. Yeah. Yeah,
Let's talk Supreme
Tom.
Pizza.
When you order Pizza Hut, what do you get? You get meat lovers. You get Supreme. What are we talking?
I don't do Pizza Hut.
Really?
I don't do the chains. Like I go like there's
God
a
damn,
lot
that's
of
so
good
hipster.
there's a
Look.
lot of no, but here's the thing. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
Tom, you're really
really
cool.
good there's a lot of really good local places. Like if you know where to look.
Let me
Like
ask you this: Do
I
any of
prefer
these?
shopping at the small, like independently run places, like the local places. I'm not I would rather It's like that that saying, I would rather give to small business than pay for the CEO of Domino's like fifth mansion or something, or a second yacht,
Yeah, but
or
let me ask you
a
this.
third dressage horse for his daughter or
Why
something.
don't you buy like one of those Chinese wives? You ever thought about that?
Yeah.
Like I said, I have enough expenses with the cat. Like that's no.
Oh yeah, you don't want her to eat it. Now
This
let
fucking
me.
I
cat.
didn't say that. That was
Um,
right to corn fed, care of Dalton Pruitt. These opinions on this show are not endorsed in any way by Tom Myers or
Can you
his
please tell me
subsidiaries.
more about this cat?
Well, if he's
Oh, fuck yes. Get the cat. We haven't had a cat on since what, like episode 2?
yeah, it's been a
actually
while.
Dalton, the last time you and I did a podcast, it was Loud Boys. I brought him
Kitty.
on.
Yeah, I think I've appeared on a podcast with this cat before.
Oh,
Yes.
please
Give
get
me
this
a
cat.
moment. Give me a
Oh
moment.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
go get the cat. We'll plug
I
the
love
Patreon.
cats.
We'll plug the Patreon. Patreon.com/cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. $5, $10, $15, $25 tier. And here's the cat.
He's
Holy
precious.
shit, what a good
For
cat.
everybody listening, look at the cat.
That's a
Yeah,
good
he
ass
looks like that cat
Oh,
from Sabrina the
goodness.
Teenage Witch. What was that cat's name?
Salem.
Salem. Wasn't that Martin Mole?
Mm-hmm.
Was it Martin Mole?
It was Martin Lawrence.
No. No,
But
it was
no,
not.
this is making a
Sabrina.
return appearance in the Dalton Pruitt Podcast Network. His second appearance, ladies and gentlemen, Buddy.
See, the way
Buddy.
that just rolls off the tongue for you, Tom. You're very professional.
Buddy the cat. Look at him.
Buddy.
A black
he's-
cat.
He's getting up there in age.
What's it like being a black cat?
Well, I love it. Except I got this human being. I've got this human being here, takes care of me. If he would spend less time trying to be funny, which he's not, and more time taking care of me and feeding me, I'd be a happier cat. Look how pissed off I am.
Wow. I didn't know Tom
Buddy,
knew how to
come on.
throw his
Dude,
voice
bravo,
like that.
dude.
Buddy,
Bravo.
Terry Fator over here.
I'm getting owned by my own cat.
Terry
What the
Fader's
fuck?
here.
Yeah.
I said
Whoa,
Terry-
Blake.
The new Otto and George, but with a live pet
That'd be good. Hey, there you go. That's a good idea.
like that.
Ventriloquism.
Twin Towers behind you?
No.
Stop, look out!
No, I had to take him down. That was just no.
Yo,
No.
Chang.
This
Fill her
is
up.
again. Well, as far as I know, this is an audio only podcast. So let's do more visual stuff.
No,
This-
this goes on YouTube.
We're on
This is
YouTube.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
all right. I only saw the audio only, but this is
you can change your shirt.
behind me. Behind me is the inner harbor of the great city of Baltimore.
Oh, beautiful.
Home of such cultural things as homicide, life on the street, rest in peace, Andre Brower, as well as The Wire,
Oh,
and
yeah.
a whole bunch of films by John Waters.
Mm-hmm.
Here, there's heroin over there.
Oh yeah,
I heard it's good too.
we just legalized weed in Maryland. Like the state just voted to legalize weed last year, so it became legal.
Oh, Tom, you don't smoke pot, right? You're sober.
I'm not. I was never a pot guy. Billy.
What do you do?
Well,
He's
nothing
tried
now.
pot.
I have nothing now.
You ever
but
do ketamine?
I have never done ketamine, but we did legalize weed, so which is great because that means the competition drives down the price of heroin. So
Mm-hmm.
Got heroin.
I think you would enjoy ketamine.
If you start doing coke, you would be world famous in 3 weeks.
I mean, honestly, like, yeah,
Right?
if you were on some sort of upper like cocaine or Adderall, you would unlock, it would be like limitless. Like you would unlock all of your inner, you would become innate again.
Yeah,
And
you would become an 8.
yeah.
But no, I was
Prestige.
my drug of choice strictly was whiskey and beer and good old fashioned American lager. Like Jack Daniels, Johnny Walker
Nice.
Black, and
Oh,
Is the
Yingling.
crap.
Yingling.
Yingling's
That was
good.
my
Yeah,
thing.
Yingling is good.
Yeah, that's a good regional beer.
I don't know if like this is true or not, but Yingling, I think, still stayed in operation during Prohibition. And I don't know if this story is true.
That was when you worked for him, right?
I don't know if this story is true, but as soon as the 21st Amendment passed and Prohibition ended, Yingling sent some of their brew to President Roosevelt, as a thank you. But the irony being that the stuff was brewed during Prohibition when it wasn't supposed to be. So they basically gave the President of the United States is what was then contraband booze at the time. I don't know. I don't know if that story's true, but it would
Now there's Coke in the White House now.
Have you ever been to
be
his
legend if it is now. Yeah.
Have you ever been
The
to his
Coke in the White
house?
House is left over from Don Jr. Everybody knows that. That's been fact checked.
Have you ever been to FDR's house in Poughkeepsie?
No.
Yo, you would love it. You're a history political guy.
I'm on Twitter at FattyWop420.
Hey gang, hey listen, we just recorded straight through full 2 hours, so I gotta cut that up. I gotta cut that up into two pieces. So the first hour will be free, the second hour will be on the Patreon. And this here's a little stinger to let you know about Tom's goings ons. Tom, take it away, Tom.
What else can I say but listen to the podcast, Tom Myers versus the Rest of the World, available on my Patreon, where you can get early access to episodes, ad-free episodes, extended episodes, bonus clips. The regular episodes of my podcast are also available on my YouTube channel and wherever you get your podcasts. Please leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, or leave 5 stars.
Also
and a
Apple
review.
Pie.
Lie if you want to. Say that you do listen to it, and tell your friends about it. If you disagree with me, tell people you hate about it, because apparently I would like them more. Apparently, just lie. Say you listen to it. It makes me look good for the algorithm, and everything else, live stuff, other things I'm doing is on my website, tommyers.us.
Perfect. And Make America Innate Again, the record. As for this show,
Maryland, my Maryland.
my Maryland. Yeah, we're heading over to the Patreon, which is continuing the full 2 hours we recorded. So subscribe to that if you want to hear the rest of our conversation with the great Tom Myers. Patreon.
Spoiler alert, it's going to be real ass.
It's real ass.
Real ass podcast.
Yeah.
Real ass Patreon.
It's the real ass Patreon, everybody. Patreon.com/cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. $5 tier, $10 tier, $15 tier, $25 tier gets you the Fraternal Order of Corn-Fed decal after you've been subscribed for 3 months. So it is $75 for a sticker. But once you sign up for that tier, you're welcome to send me a list of your enemies, and we will call for a jihad upon them on the show. Once again, that's patreon.com/cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. If you want to listen to the rest
clean
of
American fun,
American fun, you'll find the rest of our conversation with Tom and all other premium episodes and bonus content. Once again, patreon.com/cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. Thank you. I love you. Bye.
left me crying after you gone. There's no denying. You seem blue, you feel sad. Mr. Never. There'll come a time, now don't forget it, baby. There'll come a time when you regret it. Someday, when you grow lonely, your heart will break like mine. You want me only after you've gone. Oh, there's